First up, I'm gonna take my leftover turkey and make it something exciting. Think Spanish-inspired empanadas with a buttery crust, flavorful filling, and it's actually really easy to make. The leftovers are almost gonna be better than the main show. Watch this. So we're gonna start with a little bit of olive oil, but not just any olive oil. I can pre-measure the exact amount. Check this out. If I press down, I can keep track of exactly how much I got. 3 tablespoons is a great way to start this recipe, and I'm keeping track of those calories from fat as well. Look at this. Hi. See? I'm very precise. Right into my 4.5 quart brazier. Love the size, and this is cast iron. Why do I love cast iron? Gets hot, stays hot. You gotta have this. So we're gonna preheat that oil and start simply. Aromatics, onion, garlic, peppers. This is stuff you've already got kicking around, and wait till you see how it transforms into a brand new dish. You'll know that the oil is ready when you see it kind of ripple in the pan. It means it's getting hot. It's starting to shimmer and move and dance. So now I can go in, little onions, little garlic. Look at these beautiful bell peppers, just diced up nice and fine. Potatoes, and maybe you have leftover potatoes you didn't cook, you didn't turn into a mash. Just cube them up, 1 or 2 potatoes, all you need. Chorizo, I told you, this is Spanish inspired. You get that smoky flavor from the chorizo. I've got, again, some paprika playing into that smokiness and some oregano. Check this out. Left, right, salt and pepper. Little salt, little pepper. Now here's the thing to remember with a recipe like this. The turkey's already cooked. I don't want to overcook it now. So let me sweat out my veg, my onions, my garlic, my peppers, and then I'll add the turkey towards the end of the cooking process. We don't want to dry out that perfect turkey. The onions, the garlic, the peppers have now softened. Everything's looking good. I'm gonna go in with a little bit of passata, which is basically strained tomato. You gotta have passata in your pantry. And look at this. Little passata in. Now I'll go in with the turkey. I'm just bringing things up to temperature because everything's pretty much cooked. I go in with 3 cups of leftover turkey. And I know sometimes we have big gatherings, you have lots of leftovers. This is a great use because it's freezable as well. Gotta have this. Green olives in an empanada. Some people also put chopped up eggs and different flavors like that. Mix it all up. Just warm it through for a couple minutes. Are you ready? You want to see what's inside here? Check it out. It smells amazing. I wish you could smell the chorizo, the paprika, the smoky elements of the flavors, the green olives. Remember we started with cold, sad, boring turkey. It was great the night before, and now it's like, now it's back. Look at this. This is what Reheat Reimagined is all about. It's about making the leftovers maybe more exciting than the original dish. This filling is packed with flavor. Now at the very end, I'm gonna hit it with the fresh herbs so that we still have that vibrant green color. You can hit it with some parsley, cilantro if you've got, and just at the end, mix it in. We're now gonna let this mixture cool completely, and in the meantime, we'll make our pastry for that little meat pie filling, let everything cool, and I'll show you how to assemble. Our filling is chilling, it smells great. Now let's talk about making a simple pastry, and you could use this for any kind of pastry, a pie crust. It's a go-to, very universal. Here's how it goes. A little bit of all-purpose flour, and this is a great thing to do with a little chopper like this. You don't wanna be doing this by hand. A little bit of salt, 1 egg. Now, if you want this to be a sweet, like pie crust, a little bit of sugar as well. But here, it's all savory. Butter, and very important, the butter is cold. I will sometimes pop my butter in the freezer. That's how cold I want it to be. This has to be cold throughout so that the pastry dough doesn't get greasy as it bakes. So we're gonna make it cold as we assemble it. We're also gonna keep it cold as we roll it out. Cold milk, again, temperature matters. And we're gonna blitz this together until the butter comes to be about the size of a pea. They don't have to be totally melted in to the dough because we wanna keep it cold. And just pulse. You'll see that the butter is still in shape and getting smaller and smaller. See this? I can tell from the consistency it's gonna be coming together like a dough. I don't want to overwork it, I don't want it to get hot, and I also don't want to toughen up the glutens in the flour. Onto my board, just like so. And the best thing you can do is bring it together into a little disc of dough and chill it. We do want to keep it cold. We do want to keep it cold all the way throughout. So take it like this. And the reason why I want to chill it nice and flat, think one step ahead. I'm going to be rolling it out. So I don't want it to be rock hard in a big bowl like this. I'm going to chill it as a nice flat disc. See the big chunks of butter? That's what you want. Plastic wrap. Now we're gonna throw in some plastic wrap. I don't want it to dry out in the fridge. Let that set up in the fridge for an hour. By that point, the filling will be chilled and we can assemble. Okay, our dough has chilled for an hour, our filling is chilled, we're ready to roll out and shape these bad boys into little empanadas that are flavorful, buttery, beautiful. Here's how it works. A little flour on my surface, and I can unwrap my chilled dough now. And don't forget, very important, it stays chilled all the way throughout. Easier to roll out, easier to work with, and bakes up way nicer. Flour on both sides, and you can be generous. This is like my grandma's rolling pin. Look at this. And when it's cold, it's really easy to work with. Once you get it nice and thin, I want to make a 6-inch circle. And this is about 6 inches, like a bowl that size. And it looks big, but follow me on this. You want that surface area to create a beautiful kind of braided seal. So put down a bowl like that. It's now your guide to create a perfect circle shape for your empanada. And then a paring knife, and you're going to follow along the bowl. So just follow your pattern. And as long as you gather up the scraps as well and re-chill it in the fridge, you can roll them out and use them all over again. So here's how it works. I've got my perfect little circle here. Now we're only gonna put about 2-3 tablespoons of filling because I want to be able to close off that lip with enough room to make a beautiful pattern. Now with a little egg wash, just egg scrambled up with a splash of water. That's our glue, our culinary glue, to close off the empanada. And I want you to fold it over. Look at this. Press down that filling and press down that seal. Flatten out that seal and kind of do this beautiful braid. So you pull and fold, pull and fold. Pull and fold. And your first few might not look great. Don't worry. That's when you tell your family it's meant to be rustic. Now we're gonna put them onto our sheet pan. Get them with some egg wash to get that golden brown crust. I want a nice hot oven here, 425 degrees. I'm gonna let these bake for 25 to 30 minutes. I really want them golden brown, crispy on the outside, and the filling will be piping hot and delicious. Half an hour later, look at these golden beauties. Are you kidding me? The pastry is buttery, it's flaky. You can do this. Little empanadas full of that turkey, and check this out. Oh, look at the crust. Chorizo, turkey, the peppers, the onions, the paprika, the smoky flavors. This is leftovers reimagined. Try this, you're gonna love it.